I don't know. I'll go back through his catalog. It'll take a while, but I'll
Mm.
probably, I mean, do a cheat sheet and just go towards the ones that whoever consider which album got the most love the most. I'll go to that one and then run through it. But I'll say he has some classic tracks for sure.
That's absolutely. Rick Ross has generational classic tracks. So he definitely has it. He's definitely, and the fact the longevity of his career has been fucking amazing. Like him and Rihanna came out the same year, right? Because they were both like new signees by Jay Z to Def Jam, and they both have had great runs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can
So
argue that he started off a little hotter than her.
oh no, he definitely. I'm just talking about as far as the longevity of their career, but he definitely came
Oh,
out the gate hitting harder than Rihanna for sure.
yeah, but she caught
Yeah.
it. She caught his ass in the fourth quarter though.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Next topic: Travis Scott's he requested the dismissal of the lawsuits due to the AstroWorld Festival. There's 275 suits. Last I checked, they were requesting to them all be combined, and so they could all be tried at the same time. Now he's requesting them to be dismissed. I don't see that happening at all, just because of the publicity and everything around it. What do you think? Do you think he stands a chance to get these cases just flat out dismissed?
I mean, after giving this some thought, and it's been a while since the incident. Honestly believe that it should happen. Like, how much responsibility should be on him?
Yeah, I mean, you would think that like some of it has to fall on him. Some of it should fall on the owners of the venue as well, that they allowed for that venue to be sold out as much as it was. Because I think a lot of this is that they sold too many tickets, and so it but for it to fall all on him and Drake, it just that doesn't seem right. So I mean,
Yeah,
he may,
that's not
yeah,
fair. That's not fair because you're using, first of all, you're using the likeness and the name of Drake and Travis Scott, and without them, you don't get paid
that's
because
true.
they can have a festival. They can have a festival on their own dime, and I mean they can create a venue themselves at this point and
That's
sell
a
it
fact.
out. You know what I mean? So that's why I said it shouldn't be all on them because I mean, how often do they have these festivals and these concerts and things like that? And by a person that I never attended a Travis Scott festival or concert, I'm still aware of what goes on there.
Yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
So some of the responsibility got to be spread it out, and I don't want to sound like I'm victim shaming, but at the same time, like you're saying, you want this product, but if something goes wrong, then everything is blamed on. Nah, I don't think that's fair.
And I mean, and then like for the ones that had their kids there, I feel like they should be getting the responsibility. Like, why would you take your kids to a festival like that?
Yo, I wanted to say that and say that out loud. Me and my family recently just went to Disneyland, quote
Mm-hmm.
unquote, the happiest place on earth, and my anxiety was still high.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I'm aware of what can happen at Disneyland. One blink of an eye, and if you're not holding your child hand, they can get lost in that crowd immediately.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
the point is I'm aware of what can go on at the happiest place on earth. What do you think is going to happen at a festival where they're encouraging you to be dancing and yelling off of alcohol and potential drugs? And you're
You
bringing a
said it.
child to this?
You said it. You said it. And yeah, they got to hold some of that responsibility as well. So we'll continue to monitor. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, there's a lot of parties that fought for this. For it to all fall on Travis Scott and Drake, like no, that's wrong. The responsibility in this needs. Now I will say as well, the people who were hurt and the families that of people who lost their lives in this absolutely deserve some type of compensation for that. But it shouldn't fall all on Travis Scott and Drake, in my
I
opinion.
would
So
I would like to know, and I agree. I would like to know if everything was to go in their favor, and he was, he continued to have his festival, would they still go?
mm, mm. That's a big question right there. I like what you presented there. It remains to be seen. I guess we'll see what happens in that case. Moving on, this verse is Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia.
I caught a glimpse of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
bro,
I caught a glimpse
bro.
of
Like,
it, but I saw the main thing though.
and the thing is I know we said this briefly last year, and then they picked it back up, and maybe it's just the end of the year type thing when it comes to verses, but it's losing its luster again for me, bro. Like, first of
Yeah,
all,
man.
First of all, 3 6 Mafia is too legendary to come up against Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I get it that they want their respect and everything, but there could have been another better matchup for both these legendary groups. Well, one legendary group and a group that has some legendary songs. Um, but with that being said, like, come on, man, we got to do better as black people. Like, what the fuck be wrong with Busy Bone, bro? Somebody get Coil
All
Ray
right,
off the stage.
but let me, but let me ask.
I was waiting for that to sit in.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question though. With what you just said and basically how you started it off, do
Mhm.
you feel like it was potentially staged?
It could have been, because even if you did, you see the video that Busy Bone recorded before the verses started?
I I don't know. Everything I've seen has been post performance.
So yeah, what he said there kind of led it to believe that there might have been a chance of something like this going down. And we got motherfucking the rare wine connoisseur is in the building who wasn't even supposed to be here. He showed up. What's going on, Marquis?
Nothing. My bad. My bad. Yeah, fucking proposal.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. We appreciate having you here. You already know, man.
My
That's
bad.
what's up. Marquis in the building. We were just talking about that versus 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony. And Baylor had posed the question to ask, do I think it was staged? So I'm gonna throw it to you. Do you think what happened there at that versus was staged at all?
Absolutely.
Okay.
My theory. Um, when he left, they started performing songs that he wasn't a part of. Right?
Mm-hmm.
How convenient. How
Mm.
convenient. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. There you have it. And what I was saying to Baylor is that the video that he recorded and posted before the verses started led it to believe like he was either high or something, but he was going felt like he was going in with some animosity. So, it is what it is. I like I was saying to Baylor too, like this just wasn't a good matchup for either one. Like 3 6 should have deserved
Mm-hmm.
a much better matchup. They could have if they wanted Bone Thugs and Harmony to be a part of it. They could have like a better matchup for Bone Thugs and Harmonies. Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say crisscross, but I don't want to disrespect anyone. But
Oh,
like,
you know what popped in my head? I was gonna say,
Oh
look, if
shit.
if we want to put a group together real quick, can we do or die and Twister?
I don't. You know what? I actually don't hate that at all. Now, I don't think they can go the 20 tracks, but give them 10 to 12. I think they could have made something out of that.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Midwest people will love that.
The Saint Lunatics.
Oh no.
I'm gonna leave now.
I delay
I'm gonna
money.
work on my
Yeah,
proposal.
yeah.
I'm done. Another week of Labor Day to this.
Hey,
I can't
hey,
help it. I'm
shout
sorry.
shout out to Murphy Lee, man.
Man, listen, I couldn't help myself, bro. I'm sorry. I apologize. I literally could not help myself but to throw that joke out there. But yeah, man, versus I really do think versus just runs out of gas towards the end of the year because I was saying that at the end of last year too. Like I was over versus. That's how I'm feeling right now. I don't know what they have coming up on the horizon, but like these last two verses have been trash, trash.
Did Did you guys get to watch the Ghost and Ray Dream Champs?
No, not
Yeah.
yet. I have not. I have not gotten finished yet. I already been on the list.
Hey, and let me tell you, it took me almost a week to finish it.
It's 4 hours long.
Yeah,
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 Titanic
yeah.
and Avatar mixed.
I
You know
was
what I mean?
doing like I was doing like 30, 40 minutes here and there.
yeah. Yeah,
So
I haven't been able to sit and watch it all yet. I've watched. I'm probably about an hour and 45 in, but I haven't. Yeah.
Hey,
and
but hey, shout out to Drink Champs. Like they figuring it out,
They
like with
killing
their
it with the
clip.
interviews right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I have zero reason to tune in and watch Alicia Keys. But based off of the clip that they posted, I gotta see what she say. I gotta see what she say.
So you just gave me an idea, but two things came out of the Ghostface and Ray joint. The problem with the intro is there's nothing we don't know. Like the first 2 hours, we're not surprised, right? So
Mm.
once you finally get through it, um, one of the greatest stories I never knew was Ghost in a shootout with the Delphonics.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy right
Even
there.
Ray
But
was like,
no,
"What?"
no, but I want to say when they bring up the interviews, and this is just outside of their interview as well, it picks up when they start talking about the personal events with the cast that's no longer here. So when they bring
Yeah.
up Big, when they bring up Pac, and then when you find
Yeah.
out, yo, they never heard this Pac song before. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
was crazy to me. You know what I mean? So, or when they meet artists that we never that we didn't knew that they connected with, it was like, all right, now that's dope.
For sure. For sure.
DB. And the funny thing is, they asked when Meth was on a song with Pac, was there a problem? And it was like, well, that song wasn't even supposed to. They weren't even supposed to be on a song with Tupac. That was for somebody else, and Pac just put it on his
Mm-hmm.
album. So it was like that's why there was no beef. The whole issue with how Meth was cool with Biggie, and Biggie, Ghost was clearly talking about they bit off Nas shit and how they addressed that. Like that shit was
The
Yeah.
Nas shit was it was there. It was insightful right there.
my my other takeaway from this, and you just brought this up. So they said it a good battle for them would be Jada and Styles P. And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
not the whole locks, but that'd be a good matchup. So they gave them a couple of other names. I think that'd be a dope setup if they announce who the verses are and verses pick it up from there because it built more excitement. Now I'm like, that might actually be a dope battle. Ghost and
Well,
Ray
well, let
versus.
me
Go ahead,
let me piggyback off of
go
that
for it.
because I heard that too, and I did not tweet it out, but I this is my idea, and Swiss Tim, I know y'all be listening, so look, steal this idea because I want to see this happen because Nori y'all also brought up the dog pound.
Mm.
And I said, wait, are we finally about to get our first triangle match? I would love to see DPG, the Locks, and
The
Ray and
only the
And
only
Ghost
Ghost.
in
reason
the
why that
same
probably
building.
won't that only reason that probably won't happen is that shit would be so fucking long. These verses are already long as shit. But I would love to
We'll
see
cut
it
the
though.
music down. I would cut the selections down.
Okay.
Because if you
The
think about it,
content.
if they do 20 a piece, that's 40. But what if they cut it down to 10 a piece? That's 30 songs
And then
right
you get
there.
banter and you get some back and
Yeah.
forth. And it's dope because it's a concert without a headline.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's no ego
Yeah.
involved. You know what I mean?
It remains to be seen. They're gonna have to continue to evolve versus. I want to see a versus with a man versus a woman. Like we need to see that at some point too. Like it's been all
I
pretty
mean, it happened,
straightforward.
but nothing major. Yeah, because
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
no, it's Busta and Mary, Busta and Missy is supposed to be a thing, but the Alicia Keys John Legend that was a good matchup.
Yeah. But
I mean,
Yeah.
technically,
I'm
not
talking about as
sonically,
far as
technically.
yeah. 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 I get what you're saying.
NyQuil. That was
Yeah.
NyQuil.
Yeah. That was. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me get Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake.
I could see that.
I wouldn't hate that, to be fucking honest
I
with
could
you.
see that. I like that.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Justin's versus each other. Justin Timberlake versus Justin Bieber. Who you got?
Ooh, hey, don't hey.
Don't
I'm not
sleep
a
on
Justin
Bieber,
Bieber
bro.
at
That
all,
like
but
don't
don't sleep
sleep
on
on
Bieber.
Bieber. That's all I'm
That nigga
saying.
got some. That nigga got some track. Hey, he just came out with a track with Juice World.
That's what it's on the list today. We're actually going to be reviewing that next. That's what
Oh,
made me
that
think
track.
about it.
Oh my god. That all right.
So let's
I'm
go
gonna
ahead and
hold
get
off
into
till
that.
we.
Juice World featuring Justin Bieber, wandered to LA. Listen, I don't know if they just caught me at the right time or whatnot. I fucking love this song, bro. Like I love
That
this
track
shit.
hard.
This shit, I love it. Marquis, you heard it?
No,
Oh man,
listen to it.
you have to be under the influence of something though. Like
Okay.
it doesn't matter
And
what,
you
but
do.
under the influence of something, you have to be under.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause when they say like, I mean, his voice is an instrument all
Yeah.
through that goddamn song.
But okay. By chance, did anybody hear the Khaled album?
Wait. Oh, I thought you meant DJ Khaled. I have not got to listen to that album yet.
Okay. We can discuss that next
Yeah.
week. I didn't really get
Yeah.
into it. Okay, just want to. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the Juice World on my shit.
Yeah, I really like I love what they did with the track, right? And I don't know like of course this had to be recorded a while ago. I don't know if Justin Bieber was originally supposed to be on it, but if this was like a track that wasn't completed and they had to figure out how to finish the song to be able to release it, they did an amazing job piecing that together.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. That,
want to know another song that was like that? Remember,
What?
Nothing on You. They got
What?
nothing on you,
Oh yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah.
mm,
So that song was originally Lupe Fiasco, and the label said that his verse was so boring that they wanted somebody else on it, and that's how they got B.O.B. on it.
yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Oh man.
B.O.B. did his thing.
So that's really it that we got for the topic list this week because I don't want to get into the Mary will hate us to do the shows without her.
So then I would love to bring up a couple of things.
Okay.
Well, at least not only this Friday. I know that you probably talked about the track list for Rick Ross.
Rick Ross.
Alicia Keys is coming out Friday too.
Mm.
That's why she's on, that's why she's on Dream
Yeah,
Champ. Okay.
Okay.
The Alicia album's coming
Okay.
out this Friday. That's why. Yeah, it's some of the songs I heard are pretty dope. I know there's like an EP out that she released like a little sampler, but the whole album is coming out Friday.
Okay.
But
Mm.
any thoughts on that? Because I want to give my Black People of Rock 2 announcements.
No, go ahead. Go with it.
Okay. So Korn has a new album coming out. Now, I know we talked about this before. I'm a huge Korn fan. I went to see Korn with my brother in the summertime. And there were a lot of fuck Joe Biden chants in the crowd, and that's so you know where you are. But it wasn't for Korn, it was more for Stained, because he kind of set that off. And speaking of that, that motherfucker got a country album coming out, Aaron Lewis, fuck him. Don't buy it, don't support it, fuck him. Eddie Vedder has an album coming out, and Eddie Vedder is the lead singer of Pearl Jam, so he has a solo piece coming out, if you're interested. Slash has an album coming out. Slash has a house band from Guns N' Roses, and the lead singer of this is Miles Kennedy. He's also a part of a band called Alter Bridge, which is also the core of Creed without Scott Stapp.
Mm.
Interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jack White has two albums coming out: Fear of Dawn and Entering into Heaven Alive.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's gotta be high for that.
that's a very interesting album title. Lastly, I'm not sure if you both are into Cowboy Bebop.
Come on, man. Yes, absolutely.
I, okay. What do you think of the show, the live version?
I will say that for the people who are saying it's not as much like the anime, I don't know what they're talking about because I think that they adapted it pretty well. Like it can't be perfect because it's live action, but I overall like what they did with that show. I really like what they did with it.
And I'm gonna say this, Baylor. Did you get a chance to watch it at all?
No,
Okay.
it's on my timeline, but I keep scrolling past it.
This is what I'm gonna say. Only the people who are not actually fans of the cartoon are the people who are hating the show. You have to know the characters, know the dynamic of the characters, and actually gone through the experience of watching all 26 episodes to respect this. It's not supposed to be as animated or as fantastic as an animated cartoon. Like, that's impossible. It's just like The Witcher. Like, it's a live action version of a video game. You know what I mean? Like, it's cheesy, but we still watch it because it's fun. But Cowboy Bebop was actually done pretty well to me. But everyone who else complained about it, I'm pretty sure And I've asked, they've never actually watched the cartoon or weren't fans of the cartoon.
Makes sense.
But I brought that up because of the soundtrack. That jazz influence, little rock influence soundtrack based on the music, the harmonica playing or stuff like that. That's in the actual show, is by one particular artist. I forgot her name, but she does all the music for the entire show, which is, like I said, jazz influence, rock influence, and everything. But the soundtrack is actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
So that's why I wanted to share it with black people who can rock too.
There you go. Before we go,
Oh.
we were supposed to interview True Story today, but again, I want to wait for Mary for stuff like that. So this is what I'm going to present to you guys, and this is off the top of the head, so if you can't think of it, it's fine. What are some of your favorite non-comedic performances by comedians?
Requiem for a Dream, Marlon Wayans.
Okay.
Damn,
Okay.
what was the joint with what was the joint with Tom? Was it Tom Cruise? Was it Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx?
Oh,
yeah.
Collision? Is that what it is? Is that the name
There
of it?
we go,
Yeah.
Collision. There you go.
Perfect. And mine is Mr. Church, Eddie Murphy. I think that's his best role, period, ever. Like, and people don't really talk about that movie, but that is an amazing performance that's not comedic at all. An amazing performance.
It wasn't Golden Child. That's crazy.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I used to watch that. Hey, I swear, I'm not even lying, bro. I used to watch that shit a lot.
Oh, me too. I love Golden Child. Golden Child and Big Trouble in Little Tokyo used to be like a 1-2 punch for me
That
when I
was
was a
my
kid.
shit.
there
Yeah, I
you
love
go.
that shit. So, but that's it. Go ahead. You got some?
I got two more.
Okay.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Absolutely. Okay, good one. Any votes for 23 with Jim Carrey?
That was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I
That was
like
actually
that
pretty
one.
good. Insomnia.
Yeah, hey, Insomnia. Yeah, hey,
Yeah. That
I
movie
will
creeped
say,
me the
look,
fuck out when that shit came out. Because you had never seen him in a role like that at all. Like, I don't remember how old I was, but all I remember seeing that being like, oh shit.
okay, so it's not a full serious role. I'm gonna give it a 50-50. But Cable Guy,
Interesting.
Mm.
Interesting.
he had serious moments in. Oh, it was a lot of serious moments in that movie. Some
I'll,
scary.
I'll, I'll go I'll go same actor. The Majestic.
Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna go watch that.
Yeah, I haven't watched that
Okay.
in forever.
What was the movie with Cable Guy, Ben Stiller? What was the movie he was in? And this was the magazine when the publication was going out. Mr. Oh my god. Oh, it'll come to me. When he worked for Time magazine and he was trying to get this photo or film over to Scott Penn. This Secret Mind, Walter Mitty.
Oh, I've never seen that. I've wanted to
I've been
see, but
seeing
I've never
that.
seen it. Because I remember the trailers looked amazing, but I've never actually seen the movie.
It was good. I thought it was. I thought it was really
Wait,
good.
Pause.
Robin Williams
Wait a
though.
second.
Too.
No, I was just about to say that. How the hell did we forget Good Will Hunting from Robin Williams?
Yeah.
I mean, you can almost throw every movie with Robin Williams. One of the darkest movie I ever seen him in is the one where his wife committed suicide and he went to hell to get her.
Oh fuck, you're right. What was that? And Cuba Gooding Jr. was his fucking son, the
Yup.
spirit of his son.
Yup.
Damn.
What dreams may come. What dreams
That
may
yes.
Hey, I
That
need you to put that. I need you to put that in the chat.
Yeah.
that
You've never
movie,
seen
when I
that,
first saw
Baylor?
it,
Nah.
That
Baylor,
fucking movie is a trip, bro. It's a trip.
it is fucking
I saw that.
magnificent.
I saw that on a plane. I was on a plane. I flew to Korea because my dad was deployed to Korea. I can't remember how old I was. I flew by myself on a plane to Korea to go visit my dad, and that's what they were showing. And it was my first time seeing it. I was literally watching that movie like, this is film. Like this is art is what that fucking film is. It's art. It's long as shit, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful film.
I, I I didn't know. You don't know. It's some parts you notice it's long because they're dragging certain things, but they're trying to make a point. But artistically, it's fucking beautiful. I love that movie. You have to see that. There's really no bad Robin Williams movies. There's some that are just too cheesy, but who can do what Robin Williams did? So
Uncut
Yeah.
Gems. Adam Sandler.
I was trying to figure out the goddamn name. Oh my god, the ending is
The
so,
end to
man,
that,
that's just
like, again, there's not many movies where the end of it, I literally have to sit back and just let myself process what the fuck just happened. The ending of that movie, I literally was like, that was a dream. Like, something's gonna happen. That didn't actually happen. And then when the shit actually ended, I'm like, these fucking brilliant. And to know that they wrote that movie 10 or 12 years beforehand and tried to pitch it to Adam Sandler, but he didn't, like, his people, it didn't even make it to him, but like his people were like, no, he's not interested or whatever. And then they finally get to make that movie with him over a decade later. Crazy, man.
yeah. That was a dope ass movie right there,
Yeah.
man. Shout out to Kevin Garnett too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Adam Sandler was in a movie called Punch Drunk Love. That was actually pretty good. It was a serious role that he played. It was a while ago. It was actually pretty good. It was like one of those independent, but he was
Mm.
serious. He had like
Okay.
little issues and everything like that. He's not a bad actor. And that's I think we
No.
talked about this before. A lot of comedians can go into drama. Like
Yeah.
what's his dude name that actually Alec Baldwin. He started
Yeah.
off, and then went into. There's not a lot of people who can transition from serious to funny, but
And,
most comedians can transition.
yeah. And even like, not saying from an acting standpoint, but Jordan Peele going from writing comedy to now writing horror films. Just the
Yeah.
amazing way that he's able to switch, like, because comedy usually
Yeah.
comes from a dark place, right? They're laughing at something, at pain. So when it comes time to actually bring the actual pain out, it seems like it's a little bit easier. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Remember I said I wanted, if I had the chance to sit down and talk with somebody, I have to add Robin Williams.
I 100% agree with that.
I
Yeah.
gotta talk to him.
Because you're right. Like watching his history, his film, and that Insomnia movie. Just to go back to that point, Baylor, when he told a story on what he did and how, like in detail, and that look on his face is like, how maniacal are you? You know what I mean? That made you hate him and feel for him at the same time. Like I remember
Yeah.
watching the movie, like, what the fuck? And then I found out Chris Nolan directed that. I forgot that.
He directed what?
Insomnia.
Chris Nolan directed that?
Yeah.
Oh well, shit. That it all makes sense now. It all fucking makes sense. So wow.
You know he
All right.
directed Memento too, right?
Yeah. Well, I know that. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love that movie. Um, but all right, we had an impromptu session there. Fairly short episode of the Breaks Radio, but it is what it is. It's holiday time. There's not really a lot of shit going on in the culture right now either. I think everybody's kind of just calm and getting through the holidays and through this new year and trying to avoid the Marion variant as is. So it is what it is.
Hey, let me ask y'all a quick question before we get out of here.
Okay.
Where are we at with where are we at with Will Smith?
What do you mean?
Are we feeling bad for him? Do you feel like it's a attention grabber?
I don't feel
Is
bad
it too much?
for millionaires. So
I feel bad for anybody going through pain, but when you're putting your business out there like that, and it just seems there's too much. There's too much of a focus on. It's almost what's the word I'm gonna look for? Manipulative. Um,
mm,
I don't know. Like I need you to feel bad for me. It's kind of like, oh, I'm the victim, where he always has to be the hero in his movies and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't really need to see this much into his life when it doesn't really matter as much anymore. You know what I mean? Like your personal life, you and Jada. I don't know what. Like, do you both have a movie you're trying to promote right now, and that's why we're getting all this information? I don't know.
Well, he did
So,
have a book come out, so
but again, I don't know.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, it is what it is. They
How do
both
you
need to
feel
sit
about it? You
their
brought
ass
it up.
down.
so what?
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I don't care.
We're
Okay.
getting the fuck up out of here. Baylor, give me your social media. Let's go home, bro.
At Baylorism on Twitter, at Baylor the Great on all other social media platforms. No, I take that back. At Baylorism on TikTok as well. And that's it.
All right,
Bailey, you're one of the
Marquise.
funniest people alive. You can find me at I'm gonna kick this motherfucker ass. There's
Yeah,
still this
yay.
KRS-One. We need to call this motherfucker. That shit is not forgotten, bruh. Know who you are. Number one, you're probably like 12, 15 years old. I don't know. Hide behind your computer. And your Dell's probably seen you jerk off more than you've ever had sex in your life. Look, I need to know who you are, bruh. I need to know who
And your
you are.
and your fan going off, so you know it's about to die. And you got to keep it plugged up because as soon as you snatch it out, your laptop died. Got so many viruses on there. The
Oh
amount of
man.
ST on the
Oh
laptop.
man. Listen, you guys can follow me at CEO Hayes. You can follow us collectively at The Breaks Radio. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, thebreaksradio@gmail.com. We are the number one podcast for the culture. We out this bitch.
Your
Peace.
fan sound like a '70s vacuum cleaner.